I was one of those, Mr. Speaker, that formed the opinion that this was the most brilliant scam ever concocted in the history of Papua New Guinea, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I asked questions twice of the former Prime Minister, and I asked him twice, and the answer will reflect. And both times he had different justifications as to why they proceeded with getting the UBS loan in order to finance oil search. Now, Mr. Speaker, if you read through all of this, you can see the game plan. And sometimes I wish that we would apply some of that brilliant intelligence to actually doing the right thing for our country. Nice plus Savaya, Yumi Yusimlo, Bagrapim country. This was a scam designed to defraud the people of Papua New Guinea. And in order to correct the former Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, suppose you may look in page 1A, 33, if you care to read the report. It states very clearly, time only asking question whether legal and administrative processes were followed regarding the loan from UBS. The answer is no. Right here. Plenty time, members are come now. We tell lies on the floor, Mr. Speaker, and we are not penalized for it. In fact, many times we get rewarded for lying. Now that needs to stop, Mr. Speaker. We just had the member for Yalibu Pangia lie. Na paper I'm talking about something here. Item M, I just read it, page 33. It also says no process was utilized. Now suppose you go back, Mr. Speaker, time me been asking question the former Prime Minister. First defense belong me talk. Asua belong Arthur Somare. He said it while he sat in the chair, and I defended Arthur Somare on the other side. That was in 2018. And me kirab na talk because the IPIC transaction, we had to go and borrow the money. That's what he said. But in actual fact, the findings in here, they said the IPIC transaction followed all processes. It's in here. Now, Mr. Speaker, Parliament na people of Papua New Guinea must look sabe na give him credit. Lo former Prime Minister, the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, na National Alliance Government belong him, including Arthur Somare. What Arthur Somare did was a brilliant thing. He swapped one asset for the Papua New Guinea LNG. Now many Papua New Guineans who were young, all by non-Aplo, understand Osem. When the NA government came in 2002, this was right after the financial crisis in Asia. Nobody would lend money to the PNG government. PNG government could not even borrow 50 million Australian dollars. So when the LNG project came up, the PNG government had to demonstrate that it had the money to pay for its 19% shares. That's precisely what Arthur Somare did. That was the advice. Gave up the UBS, gave up the oil search shares at a strike price of $8.55 in order to secure the money so that we could now have this PNG LNG project, Mr. Speaker. That's what happened. All processes were followed. Today, the LNG project, where this transaction that happened under IPIC has delivered more than 12 billion kina in benefits to the people of Papua New Guinea. Now you compare that with the oil search deal. As the Prime Minister said, we gifted 20% of PRL 15 to a foreign company. People are giving more free. We paid for it. The people of Papua New Guinea paid for it, Mr. Speaker. And we got nothing out of it. Too many lies were told on this floor, Mr. Speaker. Too many lies were told to Cabinet, and someone needs to be held accountable. We can't let this go, Mr. Speaker. In 2011, this floor threw out a legitimate Prime Minister. Nobody got penalized for it. No godman, igolo karabus lo des lasu ay kama. People are killing pig now, walking everything is okay. Fast forward to 2014. A brilliant scam came through this country. And now are we going to let people walk away again? How many times are people going to walk away? Because they're wearing nice suits, they hold a title as member so-and-so, all come to Giaman, people are giving more money, all probable benefit, and the people of Papua New Guinea suffer. How long do we allow this to continue? We are all highly intelligent people in this floor. The people of Papua New Guinea are not stupid. Something needs to be done. More than $3 billion was lost, Mr. Speaker. 3 billion kina. And you know, the funny thing is, when the shares were shifted across to Kumul Petroleum Holdings, we could have actually dumped those shares and not lost any money at all. It was unnecessary. Because the share price in 2014 was $8.90. We decided not to swap. So somebody had to go and save oil sets, because at that time, IPIC was trying to take over oil sets using those shares. Now why you going to banish him? You mean like Larimol take over? And I think this is where what the Prime Minister just said, Mr. Speaker, is very relevant. Oil sets already knew that somebody was going to come and bail them out 6 days before NEC made a decision. How now private companies have got access to information, confidential information from government? How now all sabe? Papua New Guinea no sabe, but Peter Botten knew. The Oil Sets Board of Directors knew. This is like one style still you may walk in. This is billions. Police no around na paiti man na kilimem na try la arrest mem no gat. You may see na look yet. We should all be ashamed if we allow similar deals to pass through our government, pass through our parliament, pass through our country. Still go to Papua New Guinea. It's so easy. Easy through here. So, Mr. Speaker, I want someone to pay for this. Someone must be held accountable. I want us to fix that. Somebody needs to pay. Somebody needs to pay. You said, remember, you come na Giaman lo here. You tell lies deliberately. There must be a sanction on you. How about you come na Giaman lo here na you may go to sit down na logupla pasin. You may just down him na. Behind by. You may lose thing. That's unacceptable. We are running our country, not a taka box. This is like no boy market. There is more integrity at the boy market than there is on this floor, because we lie all the time. Same blow me blah. Inside the cabinet, one minister or prime minister should not be able to go in there and hijack everyone, sack his treasurer so he can sign the documents himself. One penalty blow desla. You like signing more agreement lo help people poro blow you na. You sack the treasurer. There are so many things wrong with it, yet you may karama people go through na bilasim na. Put in lipstick langam na you may talk it looks nice. It's very pretty. Yes, it is a very pretty scam, very elaborately constructed, but it is a scam nevertheless, Mr. Speaker. And this House has a responsibility to the people of Papua New Guinea. Lo holim pasim you usay deslaman. You police ombudsman usay. You are looking for someone to prosecute. Emya? Pepaya? You are waiting for them. I want the money that belongs to the people of Papua New Guinea returned to this country. Me asking this la floor 20% blow says lo PRL 15. You me gonna confiscate it. Back him back. Only buy one the money blow me blah. You know blow yet. Enough. Enough lo this like I'm passing where you me remember like walking still na you me bilasim gutru kamna still. One time all poro blow you me. It needs to stop, Mr. Speaker. With that, I commend the report, and Mr. Speaker, all its recommendations must be carried by this House.